Okay, so I'm out here, berry blasters in the desert, out in the desert. It's windy, it's getting dark, there's some rain coming in, so I'm gonna try to do this kind of quickly. Got into a conversation yesterday uh, about some defensive ammunition. And look, if you're gonna carry a gun for self defense, for protection, it's in your best interest to carry proper ammunition for that. I'm not going to get into caliber debates or anything like that. What I do encourage you is to look up FBI testing protocols, look up the research that's been done by Dr. Gary Roberts. Basically, find those lists, look at the approved ammunition, the ammunition that passed their tests against their recommendations, and then pick one. Personally, I'm carrying 9mm gold dots right now. HST, whatever you want to get, that's fine. There's all kinds of stuff. Just make sure that you're getting something appropriate. And so that brings me to the discussion that we had yesterday, and that is when discussions about recommendations for ammunition come up, there's always a couple of things that get mentioned for no real good reason, and that's first of all, that's frangible ammunition, which is of course ammunition that just kind of breaks into a million little pieces when it hits a hard surface, and it's great for shooting steel indoors. You don't want to have anything ricochet, anything like that. That's about all it's good for. It's what it's intended for. And then the other thing that comes up is stuff like this. This is CCI shot shells. This is 9mm number 12 shot. These, as you can see, these very clearly say that these are for pest control, right down here at the bottom. You may think that people are pests, but when it comes to defensive shooting, actually, trying to stop a threat, this is inappropriate. This is not sufficient ammunition for that. But so the discussion that was happening yesterday on Facebook was an individual mentioned that he really liked these shot shells because he likes the 3-foot spread that he gets from it. And I'm not misquoting it. His quote was exactly that he likes the 3-foot spread. So I came out here. That sounded like way too much. I know that it's actually, basically like a little tiny shotgun shell, and there's going to be stuff coming out, but 3 feet sounds ridiculous. Also, he said for up close and personal. And I just feel like at those, up close and personal distances, you're not going to get a 3-foot spread. I've never shot this stuff, so here I am in the interest of science. I just want to start out by showing this. This is 3 feet. This is a yardstick. I brought this out here for measurement. That's 3 feet. This is the spread that he's going to get, that he should get, that I should expect to get from these little shot shells at up close and personal distances. Now, there was no real definition of what up close and personal meant, so I'm going to do 3 different distances for this sort of little test. I'm going to shoot at 1 yard, which is basically a contact shot. I'm going to stand at 1 yard, present the gun. Actually, you know what? I'll shoot that sort of a retention, sort of a, just grab your gun and pop. Second will be, we've heard the classic rule of threes in a gunfight. 3 rounds, 3 seconds, 3 yards. So I'll shoot at 3 yards. I've got some little markers down here on the ground. I've already measured that out. And then finally, a sort of standard distance, which is going to be 7 yards. 7 is kind of a standard for a lot of the drills that we shoot, a lot of the training that gets done. I know, like for the, I believe, like Texas License to Carry shoots at 7 yards is the one of the distances within that testing. So that's what we'll do. I've got my ammo loaded up here. I've got 3 rounds. To be honest, I'm not sure it's going to cycle because, well, there are these weird blue plastic covers, shell casings, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to shoot them out of my empty Grey Ghost Precision combat pistol here. It's essentially a Glock 17 clone. So I'm going to take each of the shots, take a shot at each distance. Then we'll get my handy dandy yardstick out here and we'll measure, see what kind of spread we're actually getting. So first, 1 yard. Not sure if you can see, but like I said, I've got little markings down here. I'm kind of off to the side. There is still a berm behind me, so I am shooting in a safe direction. I've got the target down a little low to make sure I'm not going over it. Facing this way, because facing that way, which I normally would do, the wind is pretty bad and kept blowing my target away. So, what you gonna do? So here we go at 1 yard. Okay. Okay. So I did cycle. It all came out. Let's see. Get this measurement here. So the furthest one I see is about here and to about here. So let's see. I'm going to call that about 9 3/4 inches. So again, that at 1 yard, the spread there was 9 3/4 inches. To be honest, that's a lot wider than I expected. So let's move on back to 3 yards. And the last round did chamber. So let's our measuring stick here. Let's see. Looks like I got one about here. Start to overlap. I got one about here. So let's see. That's going to be 15. At 3 yards, we're going to call that 15 3/4 inches. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to show up in the camera here at 7 yards. Kind of far away. You'll hear me shoot though. 7 yards. Okay. So that was 7 yards. Let me see if I can So, here, a couple about here. So my point of aim was right in the center of this blank spot. So, looks like about here is going to be my outer limit to, let's see. So that's about 30 and a half, 31. 31 3/4. So, at 7 yards, the total spread was about 31 3/4 inches. So, I suppose it's not impossible to get a 1 yard spread, a 3-foot spread. But what I would like to do real quick is I'm going to bring this over here and show you guys that at that distance, hopefully you can see this. Let's see if I can, I can't switch that around. So at that distance, again, this is where the furthest, was the measurement here, was this one here up to this guy actually on the end there. But as you can see, there is absolutely no consistency in this pattern. These are making no reasonable contact for stopping any kind of threat. If this was a man-sized, if this was a person that you're shooting at, those shots are basically going to be, you know, you're going to get one here, you're going to get one here, a couple of down here, across the back, whatever. This is not efficient and effective shot patterning for defensive shooting. And also, I just want to point this out. On the back here, you can kind of see it a little bit better. You can see how spread out that is. Big sections of this target that just got nothing on them. This is the rear of the target at 1 yard. Basically all of it right there in one little section. This is going to be the plastic cap from the bullet, from the round coming off. At 3 yards, you can see it's spreading out quite a bit more. Again, this, I guess, is going to be the from the plastic cap. And at 7 yards, again, these are they're all over the place. And I'm not sure. I think maybe that's the cap, the blue plastic cap right there. So an point of aim was right about here. That plastic hit over here, and your spread is all over the place. That is absolutely ineffective for self-defense. If you need to shoot someone with it, you better hope that you're at essentially contact distance and hope that you can get all those rounds on them. Even then, that may not do much because those are awfully tiny. So that's it. As I said, the whole point of this is just to say, don't carry garbage ammo. Get ammunition that does what it's designed to do. Like I said, I'm a big fan of these gold dots here. Get them. Shot shells, this little crap. If you're shooting snakes a yard away and you just gotta kill a snake with it, you gotta kill rats. That's why they call it rat shot. That's it. This is not for people. Don't buy this for shooting people. I'm gonna get out of here before it starts raining on me. Bye.